myself, you're doing great.
What happened to that one kid I used to hang with all the time?
You don't remember?
Remember what?
You really don't remember.
You just saw a clip from Nickel Boys, and it's based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Colson Whitehead. And it chronicles the close bond of two teenagers who become wards of a juvenile reformatory in the 1960s in Florida. A compelling story, and you'll have a chance to see it for free. We're going to have those details. Our guests today are Dr. Erin Kimmerly, Executive Director of the Florida Institute for Forensic Anthropology at USF, and Ben Montgomery, investigative journalist and author. Thanks to both of you for being here today.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Want to hear all about what you do and your involvement in this, because you're going to be part of the panel discussion at this free screening. We'll share those details. But first, if you can describe sort of the synopsis, the plot of this story, Nickel Boys, for us.
Yeah, well, it's a fictionalized version of some of the work that Erin and I were involved with the Dozier School for Boys. But what Colson Whitehead has done, and then RaMell Ross, the director, has done with this film, they've taken this true story about a place, or a very real place, where very real things happen in North Florida, and they've changed the names and sort of fictionalized some of the accounts there. But it tells the story of these two boys who become friends, fast friends, at the Nickel Academy, which again is the Dozier, it's based on the Dozier School. They get to know each other, and they navigate this, adolescence in custody of the state of Florida. They have to, so they are disciplined. They face the challenges that we know very well, is like real kids actually faced, dealing with the staff and the guards there and so forth. And it tells a story of hope. Ultimately, this mother's love sort of carries through the whole film. Anyways, all of this is set, it superimposes real world story into a fictionalized event. Some of the work that Erin did, her forensic anthropology at the Dozier School, actually makes it into this movie in a very interesting way. And
Erin, Dr. Kimmerly, your work, you exhumed 55 bodies. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And so this is sort of the impetus of this story, or part of your investigative work together. And so tell us your role in this. And we have such a short amount of time to talk, but I could talk with you all day about what you do, because it's so interesting, and look at the turn of events that have taken place because of your work.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey. I, like most people, kind of found out about this school through Ben's work, and then started to do background research, archival research, and ultimately field work. And we did ground penetrating radar and spent a lot of time trying to figure out who's buried there, and how many children are buried there and what happened to them. And over the course of a couple of years, that ultimately led to the excavation, and we were able to identify 8 of those children and return them to families for burial in family plots, and then identify another 15 or so individuals who we think, we know who they were. These are cases where families lost their loved ones. They didn't know where. They knew they died in state custody, but the state couldn't say where their remains were. And Erin found their remains and returned them to the families. It's like heroes work. Right. She says it like it's just something she does on a Tuesday afternoon.
I'm so glad you said this. Exactly. You're being very modest, both of you. Your work, what is it driven from? What do you want this audience to take away from this story?
Well, for me, it's really a passion to help families of missing persons, and I think that's what drew me to this story. It was, people like Ovell Krell and Glenn Varnadoe who had been saying, "Hey, I've been searching for decades. These children went into state custody, died, and were never given back." And so it's something that we can use science today and technology. We have this capability to figure out who they were and what happened to them.
If you want to talk more with Dr. Kimmerly and Ben Montgomery, you'll be able to, because you can go to the free screening of Nickel Boys, and of course you meet the filmmaker, the director as well, and there's the information, tampatheater.org, of course, and it's happening this weekend, March 22nd at 2 p.m. So this is so compelling. Thank you for you guys' work and sharing the story. Appreciate it.
Thank you.